Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us at our Spire Meet ShipStation webinar. My name is Khadija Siddiqui, and I'm the marketing manager at Evron Computer Systems. As you know, Evron is continually developing applications to extend Spire capabilities, and our latest module, which is our ShipStation integration, helps distributors both ship and track dispatched orders with ease. Today we have two speakers that will address facets of this integration. We have Ken Fike, who is a partnerships manager at ShipStation. For those of you who don't know, ShipStation is renowned for their e-commerce shipping solutions. Evron's been a partner of theirs for some time now, and we work closely with them. And our second speaker is our very own in-house expert, Armand Javan, who is a senior consultant. As you can see, our agenda is pretty straightforward today. We'll start off with Ken, who will overview their ShipStation software, including how it works, some of its features, as well as additional resources that may be helpful. Armand will then take over and will overview the Spire ShipStation integration, including features and workflow, and will provide us with a live demo of the integration at the end. Before we get started, though, I just want to note that if you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to type them into the question box. We'll be happy to address them as best as we can after the presentation during the Q&A session. So now, without further ado, I will turn it over to Ken. Welcome, Ken. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. So before we get into this, just want to let everyone know the deck will be sent out, so you don't have to worry. I know at this point in the game, everyone has been on a million Zoom meetings and webinars. I'm not going to give you a death by PowerPoint. I'll talk, fill the gaps, but we will definitely send out the deck, and then you can obviously have that for your reference and get a little bit more granular. And my information's on there as well, so if you do have more questions, you can always ping me. So at a high level, when we look at what ShipStation does, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is print labels. That's really our whole goal in life, is to be able to print these labels and get more shipments out the door. And in doing so, we can actually save you time and money, which we'll get into a little bit more in a minute. But from a Spire perspective, or really, just an overall perspective, if you kind of look at the left-hand side there, you see, some of the stuff that we have tiled within app, the Shopify, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, all that stuff. What we really look for is just an order source to pull orders from. So in your guys' case, that's going to be Spire, right? So all we want to do is have Spire as your source of truth, pull those orders into our system, and then through automation rules and tagging and different things we can do based on your workflow and your needs, we can manage those orders, right? We can, get them to where it's certain levels of shipment, or they need this tagged or this validated, whatever, right? So we can set all that up, and then go right in there and print labels. We can automate a lot of this. You can, we'll get into a little bit more in the next slide of how valuable that is to you. But then we just kick that information back to that source of truth. So Spire, or, it could be Shopify, whatever the case is, right? So it closes that loop, sends back that relevant information, which you're going to see in detail with Armand in a second. But just know, really what our main focus is to make you guys much more efficient at the shipping piece of this. On the same hand, also save you some money. And when we say shipping, it naturally goes to e-commerce shipping, because that's the big boom right now, and that's what most people think of their small parcel shipping. I will tell you, we have multiple customers that do not sell directly online at all. However, they ship a ton with us because they're shipping out replacement parts or manuals, or their internal things, because they have a remote style, organization to where they're sending supplies and marketing materials to their reps in the field all over the place. So really, it's not just the e-commerce, it's anything that you do that is small parcel. And a side note on that as well is we are building out our freight, so our LTL and FTL functions. So those are coming soon. So it will not just be small parcel in the future. We will have the capability to do those palletized and truckload orders as well. So there's a lot here, just a couple points just want to kind of bring out to you. one of the things, especially, through the COVID phase of the growth of e-commerce, which was already growing crazy, took a huge, multiple leaps forward, and based on the information that's coming out, doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. So with that being said, I'm sure most people have, bought things online or are trying to figure out how they do it. One of the big drivers in this, and there's tons of studies that have been done on this, is that people like to have free shipping. It's just, marketing 101 run, right? It clicks, oh, it's free shipping. Well, the question is, how do people do it? Well, I can tell you that they don't get free shipping in terms of, in your shoes. What they do is they're able to use people like us to get better rates through our relationships. You can bring in yours as well. But at the end of the day, be able to pull reporting that we have, that you can look at the orders, see the touch points, automate a lot of this process, and be able to fully build that into your cost, knowing what the cost of shipping truly are to you. For most people, it's a guess. Like, I guess it's $5 when it might be $7, right? So we give you the power to be able to build that into your pricing to attract more customers and lower that cart abandonment and ultimately scale. And again, the speed of delivery is also important as well. So, a couple of the features that we have that's in there, we allow you to get more packages out the door, to automate a lot of this process. I'm sure, two scenarios that we hear a lot, and just even as a consumer, I'm sure everyone here has run into both these scenarios. You place an order, today it doesn't really get shipped out of their lot for 2 or 3 days, right? So it's next day or 2 day shipping, but it's really 4 or 5, right? Because they weren't able to get it out the door. We can eliminate that, make happier customers on that piece of it. The other side of it is essentially with a couple clicks of a mouse, we can change when people get that notification. So I imagine everyone here has placed an order, you're excited, you get the email, hey, here's your tracking information. You click on it, says we can't find your order. And it's from the carrier page, which is even more disturbing, right? It's, whatever carrier they're using. And that freaks people out. They start calling customer service. Where's my order? Did I get scammed? A lot of money, a lot of time companies waste on that. We can change that with a couple clicks to change it to where that notification doesn't get sent until it hits the mail stream, meaning it's scanned by that carrier. And we can also brand that page for you guys. So it's already included within ShipStation. It's very simple HTML. Instead of going to the carrier's page, excuse me, you can have your branding, your logos, you can own that, extend that experience for your customers to where they're still seeing you on those notifications and you don't get this. And again, you get orders out faster and you create a happier customer. So we talked about some of the things that ShipStation can do. The multiple carriers is huge. So for any of you that have gone through the negotiations of dealing with carriers, I don't know the easy way to say this, but once you start changing the destination and the dimensions, the weight, all that stuff, whoever you think is the lowest carrier is not going to be every time. It just never is, right? So being able to have multiple carriers when you bring up an order, and to have reporting to track, like, hey, when we send it to here or this item or whatever the case is, we can see how much these cost us. We give you that power through multiple carriers to be able to track that and truly know your cost and be able to automate a lot of that. So going forward, you can save that time and money and reinvest it into something that's more valuable than trying to figure out shipping costs, right? So I'm sure everyone here has things that they're trying to get done. We can at least take this one off your plate, and one of the things, if you guys are a high volume unit, we can batch print a lot of these, so it doesn't have to be onesie, twosies. Just know that, again, that we set all this up for you on the ShipStation side. So our reps will go through it, work through your workflows, get everything set up based on you. I mean, it's highly, highly customizable, the features that we have that are native in our program. So I know Canada Post is obviously one that most of you are probably very familiar with. We have a very close partnership with them. Essentially, we have carriers all around the globe that we work with. We're always trying to get, any kind of contractor rates, but you can bring yours into Canada Post, obviously, as well. So you don't have to worry about losing anything that you guys have negotiated. And Canada Post, we have all those features that most people like to use them, right? So proof of age is a big one of why people use it. that is obviously built in. We do have the return labels that you can create and send out. A lot of people just go ahead and send those out correctly. We do have a branded returns portal as well, that we can walk you through and get set up. But just know at the end of the day, we have, I want to say it's about 70 or so carriers globally, and we're always adding more. So, really wherever you ship and wherever you want to ship it to, we have you covered, right? So we do have a global presence. We can get those packages international. We can help you throughout this whole process. So again, you will get these, but a couple things here. If you do want to get more granular, our ROI calculator is a very simple, just sliding bar. It's going to show you basically how we can save you time and money. It's very quick. It'll take you about 4 seconds to use to give you a nice snapshot of really what we're talking about. But we do have some other resources in here. Again, just trying to give you guys some thought pieces, because we've been doing this for a long time. We work very close, not only with our customers and partners, and are always trying to figure out, what are you doing that's successful? How are you scaling? And get that information back to our customers. One of our goals really, from a ShipStation point of view, we want to help our customers scale, right? So that's really our goal, because we want to be able to help you get more packages out the door as efficient as you can. And that allows our customers to be able to not spend as much time and resources trying to figure this out. You can use us, we'll help you in that piece, and that allows you guys to have the time and money to invest in other areas of your business that you guys need to scale. And again, a great example of that is Spire, right? So together we can absolutely make everything much more efficient for you. And I'll pass it over to Armand here. He's going to show you what that looks like and run you through a demo of how that works.
Awesome. Thank you, Ken. There's some great resources that you pointed out. Like you said earlier, I just want to remind people, don't worry about, copying down these URLs, because all of this information will be available probably within a day or two on our website. Thanks, Ken. That was a great presentation. Now, moving on to our next speaker in the second half of our agenda, I would like to now give the floor to Armand, who will dive a little bit deeper into the integration itself. Welcome, Armand.
Thank you, Khadija. Welcome, everybody. I'd like to talk about ShipStation integration, and the main reason that we selected ShipStation is because a lot of our customers were asking us to be able to integrate with multiple couriers. We had like people asking us to connect to UPS and to connect to FedEx and Purelator, etc. And the main reason was that they wanted to eliminate having to retype the information back into this courier's screens. So we decided, instead of creating separate integrations, why not integrate with ShipStation that already has all the integrations built in? And in that way, we give our customers the best of both worlds. They're able to connect, as Ken mentioned, to multiple couriers in one go. And it also gives us the ability of a very easy setup. The ShipStation, you eliminate the need to have multiple courier-specific workstations. For example, FedEx or UPS wants to have their own workstations. With ShipStation, all of them is concentrated, and you can access it anywhere. It's browser-based, so you can access it on your phone, you can access it on a tablet. And it eliminates the need for dedicated PCs or workstations for each courier. One of the other aspects of ShipStation integration is that it's very easy to set up. We can remotely set it up very quickly. And it takes no time at all for us to do that for you. Here's the workflow. Simply put, we use the Spire's phases to manage the workflow of the integration. We have 3 phases. The first phase would be ready to ship. Next is pending at ShipStation, and third is order is processed at ShipStation. This phases are user selectable, so you can have your own phases or as you wish, and we can accommodate that. The first phase would start our process, and it could be selected by the user, or it could be as part of the next automatic workflow phase in Spire. Second phase is where our integration starts its work. It goes in and scans and selects all the orders that have the ready to ship phase indicated and picks those up and sends it to ShipStation. At the third phase, the user goes into the ShipStation, does the order processing, printing the labels, everything that it needs to be done with the ShipStation, and our phase integration at that stage picks up the processed orders from ShipStation and writes back the information such as the courier, the shipping date, and the tracking information back into the Spire. So we can arrange for a 30-day trial of the ShipStation at any time you wish to see it. Now I'd like to show you a quick demonstration of Spire and how it works with our ShipStation. This is our typical Spire order entry with sales orders listed, and we can go in and create a new order. We can select a given customer. Let's say Comtech company, and we can select a contact name for shipping. Go in and select some items to be posted from the inventory. Let's say I like blueberries this time of year, so let's get some of these. This is typically, you can do anything you want with Spire settings. So once you decide that this is the order that you want to place, you can also go in and change the phase. That's the time. So I'm going to be using the phase picked. We're saying that the order is picked, ready to go. So I'm going to save, and let's say ship available. Okay. Set. And close this order. So here's the order that we just created. The phase is indicated as it's picked, and it's ready to go. We have a ShipStation process in the background that is running as a task, and then in intervals of, let's say, 5 minutes, scans orders and goes in and sends these orders into the ShipStation module. And we can go into the ShipStation. We have, as you can see, the phases. There are some phases, the orders are shipped by ShipStation. There are other orders that are showing that they're pending at ShipStation. For example, this one is pending. This particular order that I had placed earlier is pending to be processed in ShipStation. So the process is ongoing and in the ShipStation itself. we can go into the ShipStation module, and as I said, it's a browser-based module, and it shows the orders that we have placed and are waiting for us to be shipped. Okay, so let's select one of these orders that we had put in and are waiting for us to be shipped. All the information from the order is brought into the ShipStation, so the user doesn't have to retype this information at all, including the email, contact info, everything else, the line items like the blueberry syrup or the quantities, everything is there. And then you can specify which courier you want to select. Once this is done, it will then write the information back into the ShipStation. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to use the item and marked it as shipped. So it will, I would say that it was shipped by FedEx, for example. And we'll give it a tracking number and marked as shipped. Okay. Once we process the order here, you can see all the shipped orders that we just did right here. And it's marked as shipped. If we go back to our Spire, let's say we highlight this. Okay. And we select one of the orders that we processed that were already processed. Here it is. It says shipped by ShipStation. And the information is written back to FedEx. The courier name, the date, the tracking info, all of it is written back to the FedEx. So that's basically the process of how the ShipStation integration works.
Thank you, Armand, for demoing that for us. Yeah, all this talk of blueberries and syrup has made me quite hungry, but I believe for now that it concludes our presentation for today. I believe we can go on to the Q&A session. Well, there was a lot of information to digest, so we can give it a few more minutes. You may have a question about specific couriers that ShipStation works with, or perhaps about installing the integration. But again, even if you don't have questions at the moment, but have after the webinar, you can always get in touch with us. You can always get in touch with Armand, Ken, myself, or even if you have questions about pricing specifically, you can contact Mel Korn, whose information is on the slide. He's Evron's senior account manager. Lovely guy. He would be, he's great to work with, and he will, work with you to get a quote.
The only thing I would say is, definitely reach out. We'd love to give you a demo. Again, we don't charge for that or anything like that. Our prices is almost never a barrier in terms of entry. We kind of look at it as kind of democratizing a lot of this shipment process for you guys. So we keep our costs incredibly low. Nothing hurts, to get on a demo, talk with one of our experts, kind of walk through your workflows, and they can show you live in that demo, kind of like, okay, this is what you want to do. Let me show you how we do it in this system and how it'll work and how it'll save you time and how we, so, and I know, when we walk through a lot of these demos and the integrations, just so you guys know, it can look very click heavy, right? You can look at it and say, oh, it seems like I'm actually doing more work. that's for integration and demo purposes. We can automate a lot of those things on the back end for you guys, but we just kind of want to show you like this is really what it's going to look like step by step. So, you know, at the end of the day, we'd love to show you a demo, show you how we work with Spire and get those pieces going for you.
Yeah, and just a reminder that, you know, all this information can also be found on our website in the next day or two at www.evron.com. You can always, get in touch with us through our Contact Us page. You can also request a demo with us, or you can even, you know, contact us individually if you prefer.
This is Mel. I'm just going to jump in here for a quick second. If any of you are interested in a detailed demonstration and discussion in context to your business, reach out to me and I can set that up with Ken's team, and Armand or Daniel will join us and we can discuss the pricing at that time. Thank you for attending.
Yep. Thanks again, Ken and Armand, for being here today and presenting. And thanks, Mel, also for being here, as well as a big thank you to everyone who attended. We really do appreciate your time and for being here with us today. Attendees, as a thank you for your time, I will be emailing out a $15 Starbucks e-gift card to you in the next couple of days. So be sure to keep an eye on your email inbox. I will be sending them out to the email address that you've registered with, so please keep that in mind. If for whatever reason you don't receive it within, you know, the next week or so, please feel free to contact me directly at ksiddiqui@evron.com. So that's KSIDDIQUI@evron.com. Thank you again for everyone for being here, and thanks for joining us today, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.